Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today because we have some very exciting General Hospital news to talk about, and it's definitely worth the wait. I tell you, folks, I've been watching General Hospital longer than some of you have been married, and let me just say, this week's episodes had me glued to the screen like it was the Super Bowl. You know Nina Reeves, that tough, big-hearted redhead played by Cynthia Watros. She's been through divorce, heartbreak, and more drama than a church potluck gone wrong. But this time, she made one honest-to-goodness mistake that might just change everything. She was supposed to give Drew Kane that shot to keep him paralyzed and out of the way, but she got distracted while babysitting him over at Willow's house. One little slip, and she didn't finish the job. I sat there on my couch, coffee in hand, muttering, "Nina, honey, you might have just opened a door you didn't mean to open." Picture this. Willow's off in Washington handling her big important work, leaving Nina to watch over Drew. She even told Nina about that shady deal she's got going with Jack Brennan to get more money for the WSB. Nina's mind was somewhere else, probably worrying about her grandkids or her own messy life. And boom, she missed the injection. If she doesn't catch it soon and go back to fix it, well, I reckon Drew Kane might just get his fighting chance. Now, I've always had mixed feelings about Drew. He used to be so head over heels for Willow that he walked away from his own kids like they were yesterday's news. Man, that boy was lovesick. But lately, you can see the fear in his eyes. He finally figured out the woman he gave up everything for has turned cold and dangerous. Willow thought she had him locked down tight. She figured she stopped him from reaching out to anyone, that he was trapped with no way to talk. But that fella's tougher than he looks. He managed to send a signal to Kai, and now all those ugly secrets are starting to come out into the light. I'm telling you, my heart was pounding when I saw that. What really gets me is how one small human mistake from Nina could blow Willow's whole plan wide open. Willow's been scheming and playing games thinking she's got everyone under control, but life ain't like that, is it? Sometimes the smallest slip, just a moment of distraction, while you're watching a grown man in a bad situation, can turn the tables completely. This could be the thing that helps Drew get his freedom back and leaves Willow losing everything she's worked so hard to hide. I got to admit, I feel for Nina. She's got a good heart underneath all that fire, and she's stuck in the middle again. Meanwhile, poor Drew is lying there terrified, realizing too late what kind of woman he threw his life away for. And Willow? She's off cutting deals in Congress, probably feeling on top of the world, not knowing her whole house of cards might be about to tumble down because Nina got distracted for 2 minutes. This feels like one of those big turning points the show does so well. You know, the kind where everything's been building up and then one little thing shifts and suddenly the story takes off in a whole new direction. I've seen a lot of shocking moments over the years, but this one hits different. It reminds me that even the smartest schemers can be brought down by something as simple as a tired grandma getting lost in her thoughts while babysitting. Man, I'm counting down the days till the next episodes. My wife keeps teasing me that I'm too old to get this worked up over a soap opera, but I can't help it. This story's got me hooked good. Nina's mistake, Drew's quiet fight for freedom, Willow's secrets coming undone. It's all coming together in the best kind of messy way. If you've been following along, you know exactly what I mean. This one's going to be a wild ride, friends. I can feel it in my bones. What do you think's going to happen next? I'm all ears. I tell you, this whole mess with Willow and Drew has me on the edge of my seat like I'm watching the final inning of a tied baseball game. Willow's been watching that young man, Kai, like a hawk, eyes sharp as an eagle. She knows he's dangerous, knows he's the one who might try to rescue Drew. So she's doing everything she can to keep him close and keep those secrets buried. But here's the kicker. Willow doesn't realize Kai's holding on to something even bigger. He's got proof that she's the one who shot Drew. Lord have mercy, that girl's playing with fire and doesn't even see the smoke yet. So the other day, Willow straight up tells Nina, I want to keep Kai close, keep your enemies closer. Nina, bless her heart, just laughs a little and says it sounds exactly like something that mob boss Sonny Corinthos would do. I had to chuckle at that one. She wasn't wrong. Sonny's been playing those kinds of games for decades on this show. Anyway, Kai shows up at the house to drop something off, and of course he asks if he can see Drew. Willow lies right through her teeth and says Drew's taking a nap. Before Kai leaves, she pulls Nina aside and reminds her real firm like, don't forget to give Drew that paralyzing shot next time, okay? Then it's just Nina and Drew alone in the room. She gets the syringe ready, looks at him with those sad eyes, and actually apologizes. She tells him she's sorry for drugging him, but she has to stand by Willow. I felt for her right then. Nina's caught in the middle again, trying to do right by her daughter, even when she knows things have gone way too far. But right as she's about to give him the injection, the phone rings. It's Valentine Cassadine on the line, smooth as ever, telling Nina he's got a job for her. Her mind goes somewhere else for just a minute, and she sets that syringe right down on the table. Man, my heart was racing. That one little distraction might be the break Drew needs. Willow thinks she's got everything under control, but she's underestimating Kai, underestimating Nina's wandering mind, and most of all, underestimating how fast the truth can catch up when you're busy scheming. I'm sitting here thinking, careful now, Willow, you're playing a dangerous game, honey. Drew's been lying there scared, but he's not completely helpless. And with Kai out there holding that evidence, well, I reckon a rescue might be coming sooner than Willow expects. This story's twisting and turning in all the right ways, and I'm loving every single minute of it. Feels like we're right on the edge of something big. I can't wait to see how Drew fights his way out of this, and what happens when all those secrets finally come tumbling out. You folks feeling the same way? This one's got real heart and real trouble mixed together, just how General Hospital does it best. I tell you folks, the more I think about it, the more this whole mess feels connected to something bigger. I'm pretty sure Nina's distraction ties right back to whatever's going on with Jocelyn Jacks. Poor Carly Spencer must be worried sick, just about climbing the walls, wondering where her daughter is. Both Carly and Nina have been eyeing Jack Brennan real suspicious-like, thinking he might have his hands dirty in it. So when Nina set that syringe down and forgot all about it, she might have handed Drew the one little break he needed without even meaning to. Sometimes the biggest changes come from the smallest slips, don't they? And with Valentine Cassadine calling her up, smooth talking as always, I bet he's going to push Nina hard to jump on that job of his as soon as possible. Knowing how busy that woman gets, I don't think she's going to remember to go back and give Drew his shot on schedule. We'll just have to sit tight and see what happens next. But if she does forget, oh boy, that one honest mistake could tear Willow's carefully built plan wide open and maybe even ruin the life she's been fighting tooth and nail to protect. Missing that injection might give Drew just enough feeling back in his body to move his hand, reach for something nearby, and sneak out a message to the right person. That's all it might take. Now, I'm not fooling myself into thinking it's going to be some kind of miracle cure. After being drugged and kept down for months, Drew's body isn't about to let him jump up and walk out the door like it's nothing. That wouldn't sit right with me at all. But then again, we've seen crazy things in Port Charles before. Remember Lulu Spencer? She was in a coma for years. And when she finally woke up, she still managed to get on her feet and walk right out that hospital door. So you just never know, do you? These stories have a way of surprising us when we least expect it. All I know is my heart's beating a little faster watching this unfold. Nina's caught in the middle again. Willow's whole world could come crashing down because of one distracted moment. And Drew, well, he might finally get the chance to fight back. It's the kind of twist that reminds me why I've loved this show for so long. It's messy, it's emotional, and it feels real, just like life. The secrets, the mistakes, the hope, hiding in the dark corners, it all makes you care so much about these characters. I'm sitting here counting the hours until the next episode, wondering how Carly's going to handle everything with Jocelyn, how Kai's going to step in, and whether Willow's house of cards is finally going to tumble. Man, I love this ride. If you've been watching too, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This one feels important, like we're right on the edge of something that could change a whole lot of lives in Port Charles. Can't wait to see where it all goes from here, friends.